That's good. A short video, but I gotta call this out, man. I can't stay silent about this. And I want to know what Orlando G, guys like him, Christopher Owens, JJ Winstar, some of the other cats. I would like to know how you guys feel on this. But I'm starting to see a narrative out here with some of these brothers out here, with some of these black traveling brothers out here, like IP, aka International Passport. I'm starting to look at him with a side. And Xano Clutch, I'm starting to look at him with a side eye again. I've been looked at Austin Holloman with a side eye. I think he an agent, to be honest with you. If I'm gonna keep it a buck, I think Austin an agent. He's low key trying to get everybody back to Africa. Cause I heard he's in Europe. He's gonna fail in Europe, and then he's gonna tell brothers that the only time you're gonna really have some legit love or get the results that you really want is you go to Africa. And he's gonna try to say that oh, you guys just hate the ABWs. He gonna try to use all type of shaming tactics to try to shame brothers back into the African plantation. I think he a paid agent. Cause like he went viral. He came out of nowhere. Like the dude came out of nowhere. No one knew who he was. And Christopher Owens, he had research to do with channel. He wasn't even talking about traveling. He was talking about how to cut hair and stuff like that. He was making video content around himself as a barber, and that didn't really go anywhere. So I'm thinking that this dude possibly might be an agent, but it's just a conspiracy theory I got going on. But have you guys ever heard of this narrative that now all of a sudden brothers don't really got love overseas now? Have y'all guys hearing that narrative? You got ABWs trying to use that narrative. Oh, now you guys are finding out that you guys really ain't it like that. And then now I'm hearing Passport bro or guys who travel talking about that it ain't it either. You know, and I'm so disappointed with International Passport. I'm thinking about just unsubscribing. Like he got a few more videos. I'll give him a few more chances. Like he got a few more videos to keep talking that nonsense before I just up and leave, because he kind of sound just look. The dude is a UK brother. Like he's one of those African UK dudes. Like he kind of coming off as a tether. I'm not even gonna lie. No offense to anybody who ain't non-FBA, but that's what old boy's kind of coming off to me, because he does kind of run his mouth about Black American culture. I'm kind of low key peeping that, because every time he wants to like say something negative about black men, he always use Black American cultures. Like, what about African culture? What about UK African culture? Like, why you always gotta throw Black American culture under the bus? And I get where he's coming from to an extent with his critique. He's coming from a very superficial standpoint. Just like Xano Clutch, he's coming from a very superficial, no, not superficial, but stereotypical standpoint. Like he keeps using the stereotypical brother, like the Pookie and Ray Ray, the Baby Kids, is like a measure. It's like the standard measure to measure all dudes who want to travel and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have to call Cap. It's like that don't represent most of us. So why you keep going the whole stereotypical route? Oh, the Baby Kids. See, this is what they think of us. And then you guys keep going down there and you acting like this. No one's acting like that, dude. Like it's like a small amount of dudes. But overall, for the most part, black dudes or brothers who travel to like laid back everyday black dudes or like educated black dudes or like in their anime and stuff like that, they don't represent this the swagged out urban city type brother, Pookie and Ray Ray type brothers. That just, I think Xanoclus just making excuses because he couldn't hack it overseas. Like it's some must be up with him because he couldn't hack it in Japan. He was complaining about Japan. He couldn't hack it in Japan. Last I heard, he went to Germany. He couldn't hack it there. He talking about, oh, this is universal. And then next thing you know, he's making videos against Passport Bros. And it's kind of like he's trying to insist that most of what we're saying is cap. And then International Passport, like he keeps making these kind of incel type videos and stuff like that. Because look, I'm not trying to make fun of the brother. I don't mean that as an insult when I say incel. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to say it as like a call to identity. And I'm just trying to say it as like trying to make a conversation. But some of the, like his last few videos have been coming off, it's kind of incelish. Like if the brother's an incel, then it is what it is. I'm not trying to make fun of him. I'm not gonna make fun of him, but hey man, you gotta keep it a buck. Cause he kind of was telling on himself the last few videos. He made a video talking about how it's hard for educated black men to get love out here, to get these women out here. And he was talking about how he wasn't really getting no play like that when he was coming up in high school and in college. And he's talking about because he was scared his grades might go down. And then he's talking about how, yo, he's wearing a suit and a tie and he ain't getting no love out here. And it's like, dude, you kind of just told on yourself because, and this is what kind of what's going on with the Asian guys sometimes. You can kind of use that argument with some of them when it comes to having a hard time in the dating market. Now that's changing now. It's changing. But you kind of use that argument with them to an extent. It's that you guys, he just admitted that he focused too much on the in the books. Like you focused too much on the books that you didn't focus on the social aspect. You didn't focus on building yourself socially. You just spend most of your time in the books. And that's going to be problematic because you don't know how to connect with people. And he's talking about how he wear a suit and a tie, but dude, that's not the whole entire package. Like, these 304s or these ladies out here, they're not going to fall on your lap just because you feel like you're entitled to them. Why? Just because you wore a suit and a tie and then you went to school? You got to be the total package. Especially here in the West. Like, you got to be the total package. Or you got to get that social thing down. If you ain't got that social thing down, it's not going to work out. So I do think he came up a little bit naive. And I'm not trying to make fun of the brother. I'm just saying what it is. And he talked about, I just noticed, I kind of was peeping him ever since that whole Korean video. Like, I kind of noticed a change, a shift in the International Passport when he had that live screen in Korea because he couldn't hack it in Korea. He had a hard time in Korea. He couldn't get no love, no choosing signals or nothing like that. And again, I'm not trying to make fun of the brother. I'm just saying this is what it is. He even said so. He said, I'm just telling you guys what he said. And then he was trying to say that, oh, it's because I'm a dark-skinned brother. Because, oh, I made sure my pictures was looking good. I had a suit, tie on, and everything, and I still couldn't get no matches. And I was kind of sympathizing with him to an extent because I know how hard it is to get matches, especially on Tinder, bro. I got rid of my Tinder because I was struggling on that. I am not gonna lie. I was doing better on other dating sites. Tinder is something else. But he had invited brothers on the panel, and they was basically disagreeing with international passport. They was trying to say it's more of his mindset than anything. And then after like the end, it's like he didn't want to hear what they were saying. It's like, I don't care what anybody said, bro. It was because he coming off with one of those colorism crybabies. That I noticed ever since that whole day, he started going off the rail talking about how, oh, black men, we don't got no power. Because you look at the Asian man, look what they got. They got Sony. They got all these companies, the rise in tech. They got power. So that's why they're doing well in the dating. Plus, they got K-pop that's making them look good too. He was going off the very superficial lenses to try to justify the position that black men are really him. Like, cause the dude, he needs to start speaking for himself because he's talking about how it's over in the West for black men, and it's not. It's dude. It's like, what are you talking about? It's really not. Are there brothers having a hard time with women in the West, particularly in America? Yeah, I say about a handful of brothers are struggling out here, somewhere between 10 to 20%. But the overwhelming majority of brothers are not struggling out here in the West. Because a lot of brothers, it's not, well, I'm trying to put this into words. It's bad, yes, it's really bad, but it's not that bad that no brothers are out here can't get nothing at all. Like, they can't get a chick who's like a 5 all the way to like a 7 or maybe 8 if they lucky. There are brothers out here who are getting that. Like, it's not like we can't get nothing out here. So it's not as bad as he making it out to be. In terms of getting sexual access. Relationship quality relationship, that's a different story. We're talking about specifically access and validation. That's not too hard for a brother to get. For the most part. It might be hard for some brothers. Yeah. Not every brother is just smooth talking. Not every brother out here is just chick magnet. Like, that's a stereotype. So of course there's gonna be some brothers who gonna struggle out here. I'm not even gonna flex out here. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's keep it a buck. But I think international passport, he's talking from his perspective as a UK African dude. You an African dude at the end of the day in UK, so it's different. It's different. You talking about, you see a lot of brothers out here in the West walking around lonely. No, you mean brothers in the UK walking around lonely. Not brothers in the West walking around lonely. You mean in the UK, dude. Like, you got to start speaking for yourself and your ilk. Start trying to bring everybody else in your ilk, dude. He kind of comes off as he's been talking about all this power nonsense and all this power talk, and I do think it's a good conversation to have, but he's going about it the wrong way. He's trying to insist that the power element is what's keep us from having a hard time in the dating market. And I'm like, that's complete nonsense, because that's never stopped black men. This quote unquote image of power, that never stopped us. That's never stopped us from getting women. That's never stopped us from getting sexual access or getting married. And that's why a lot of these dude bros out here are mad at brothers, because they have the image of being on top. But even so, even when we supposedly are at the quote unquote bottom, we can still get they female still fuck on us, and we can still get married, and we can still have some choices with some of these other jits out here, despite our quote unquote image. And I can counter that again is by, there's a lot of white incels out here. There's a lot of guys in the manosphere complaining about women, white guys. The Men's Rights Organization was founded by white dudes. You got all these incels on Reddit, white incels on Reddit, 4chan, all of them talking about mud sharks. Oh, you gotta pay the toll. Look, I follow General Tito on Twitter. He be retweeting videos from this Twitter page that upload videos of these little white incel trolls out here doing the most. I might post some on the channel to just show you guys what we're working with right here. And I'll be liking the videos because it exposes how insecure these dudes are, how like pathetic these dudes are. These dudes are worried about white girls getting with black dudes all the damn time, dude. Like, and they supposedly on top, right? And they out here don't want to compete with other groups of men, especially with black men. So what are we talking about here? Like, I think International Passport, he's making excuses to justify his inaccuracies when it comes to Western women. I can understand UK and US women, but like he's saying Western women as a whole, like not just in West Europe, but like Eastern Europe and stuff like that. Because I heard brothers can go to Canada and clean up, especially places like Vancouver. Actually, Canada is a low-key gym. It's not perfect, but it's a low-key gym for brothers. If you go to the right places like Vancouver, and there's a couple more places that you can go to, but those places seem to be like a higher price. Like, you're going to have your stuff together if you want to live there, which is good. It kind of weeds everything out. It weeds the low-quality people out, which is why I'm trying to get my stuff together. And Germany's pretty good. I always hear good things about Germany, and I even got an uncle. He's a boomer, but he's stationed down there in Germany, and he never came back. I met him before he came. He came to visit for the first time in like decades. Like a few years ago, I met him, his daughter. But yo, you're gonna have to ignore these people, because you're gonna hear this narrative a little bit more, not only from just the women, but you're gonna hear this narrative from some of these guys who travel that, oh, it ain't it. We really ain't desired like that overseas, and they might try to tell us to go to Africa. So I'm just saying, be careful, be on the watch out for that. And I know I said this ain't gonna be a short video, but it ended up being way longer than I expected. Yeah, we need to look at these dudes with the side eye, because at the end of the day, you got to go and get your own experience. So it looks like I might have to unsubscribe from some more people. Might. This is crazy, bro. I've been cleaning everybody up for the past few months. It's barely in the travel and passport, bro, content out here. The only person I really watch like that is Brazil. Yes, but he's inconsistent. I ain't really feeling his live streams like that. I love his short videos. Them videos are fire. I watch his short videos. And One Master Teacher. Those are really the only guys I really mess with. I might just have to look for regular smuggler, traveler, people who travel. And I don't care what gender they are or what color they are. Just regular travelers who make traveling content. No passport, bro, nothing. No going back and forth with American women. No drama, nothing like that. Just regular people who travel and they blog about it. Or they give advice. Or they say like mistakes that people make. Or tips. Stuff like that. But I'm about to be done with this video. I'm out. Just letting you guys know what it is out here. I peep game. Stay vigilant.